We're on
Yes.
now.
So you mean that part where like half of the cast left? No, we were not live for that.
Oh, nuts. Guys. I'm feeling good, man. I don't know about you guys,
I'm filled with hate.
but
Filled with
I
rage.
just got this feeling, man. Got this feeling that, this summer, it's about to be a white boy summer.
No, don't do that. Come
What
on.
is that meme circulating around?
Fucking
Like-
Tom Hanks' son is an idiot.
Tom Hanks' dipshit son. I love him.
Colin?
What? No, Chet.
Okay. Like, I like
Tom
Colin.
Hanks has a son named Chet.
Yes.
Yeah.
He goes by Chet Hayes, not Hanks. And it's Hayes like Haze. He's like a reggae rapper. And yeah. There's a lot to unpack here. But yeah, Chet Hayes says it's going to be a white boy summer.
Tom Hanks has a son named Chet who is a reggae rapper. I
Yeah, man.
can't wrap my head around that sentence.
Yep.
Awesome.
That's like
This day just
that's
keeps
like
something.
This day just keeps getting better and better.
that's
It's going to
like
be a
the
good summer,
sentence-
guys.
the thing going around where it's like, oh yeah, I'm upset that the sentence cinnamon toast shrimp guy is a milkshake duck and got milkshake ducked faster than Bean Dad. It's like, I'm mad that I know what that means.
Yeah, I still don't really know Bean Dad, but I'm fine with
Yeah.
that.
I'm not either.
Yeah, the Cinnamon Toast Crunch guy, I'm not terribly surprised.
Wait, what happened with him again?
A bunch of his ex-girlfriends came out and said he was a piece of shit.
God.
Which, like, I'm glad that I was
That's
a nice
funny.
guy to all my ex-girlfriends, because I would hate to just achieve any level of viral fame and then have several people just come out and be like, oh yeah, that thing we're all laughing about, the guy doing it's a piece of shit. Like, whew, yeah. Glad I could dodge that bullet safely, unless, I unwittingly was a complete piece of shit to all my ex-girlfriends, which we'll find out once I go viral for some reason.
Which we're working on. 241 episodes in.
Yeah.
Soon John Harrington will
mean-
go viral.
Episode 242, White Boy Summer, is going to be huge.
Oh man.
I mean, episode 242 will be in April. That's technically summer in Florida, where half of
Yeah.
us are located. So
White Boy Summer.
Why? That's just our new motto now.
It's the new No Seaman.
Can we change the name of the show? Whiteboysummer.com?
I'm so sad.
Guys,
I'm
we
so-
should do a spin-off podcast for the summer just called Game That Tune Presents White Boy Summer.
No.
I don't know what it's going to be about.
Yeah.
I'm
Why?
so sad
It's
that
just-
No Seaman only lasted one episode.
Yeah. That's the power of White
Oh.
Boy Summer.
Just wait.
Well, it hasn't stopped yet. I mean,
Yeah.
White Sperm Summer?
I mean, David, there hasn't been
Exactly.
any
White
semen.
come summer.
As long as there's no semen on the show, it's still no semen. So I think we're okay.
It's always there in the backgrounds. John's added that to the tag for every episode. It has to be removed if semen occurs.
See, now I wish that we were like a
What?
visual podcast because then
We
we could just
are.
like digitally add semen in the background. No, I mean like post videos.
Yeah. We do. Just not
All right,
on the
guys. So we're
podcast
going to buy a lot of
We
green
just-
screen fabric.
yeah, we need some green screens. How do we do
Exactly.
this?
Green screen that we turn into white screen.
Just for cum.
Well, see, the thing is, like, even if we had green screen, like, we would need to digitally add it later. We can't like add semen to the
Oh,
green
no.
screen
I-
live while we're recording.
Oh, I
Oh,
can't.
surely
buddy.
we can.
I mean, we
turn
could,
around.
but we'll be demonetized instantly.
I'm
God.
saying, like, Johnny, let's work on this. We'll work on some chroma keying effects. It's not that hard, is it? Like,
Yeah, no, we'll put out a Game That Tune special edition.
Where we just jerk off on the green.
It's just like Star Wars special edition where you add more aliens. It's just we
More
add more
cum.
semen.
yeah, there's supposed to be
That's-
dewback lizards in the background, but we decided on a bunch of cum instead.
That's what we need. Every episode of Game That Tune needs young Harrison Ford stepping into our semen as he walks around us.
Da, 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 da.
McClunky.
Was that the Raiders theme, Jesse?
Yes.
No,
You
it
said
was
Harrison
not the
Ford.
Raiders theme. It was the Indiana Jones
Mm.
theme.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
it wasn't Superman?
That's a John Williams reference.
It wasn't Jaws.
Oh, I know Jaws' theme.
Yeah.
Jeez, come on, give me some credit. Seriously, okay, off the top of your dome, do Superman's theme right now and tell me you don't start doing Indiana Jones.
Let's see.
Da, 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 da. No, wait, that's the that's Armed Forces, like whatever branch of military that is.
Close, John.
See, I was about to do it, and then I realized that I was doing the Superman animated theme, which was by Shirley Walker.
No. Yeah, I want the original Superman theme and do it without either turning it into Star Wars or Indiana Jones.
I can't do
I'm
it.
still thinking of the animated theme. Damn it.
Yeah.
Wait, what is
Don't
it?
think it. Do it. Scat it.
Da 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 dun da 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 dun 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 da da.
Yeah, there you go.
No,
No,
that's the animated theme. Damn it. That's Star Wars.
See? It just
Da, 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 da,
It's still
da,
goddamn
da,
smooth.
da, 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 da. No, that's Mars. Damn it.
No, I love the idea of
Hulse.
just like mixing every John Williams scene. Like, oh, I'm gonna do the Star Wars theme. Dun, 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 dun. Oh wait, no, that's Duel
Yeah.
of the Fates. Fuck.
Well, that's
Alright,
Star
anyway.
Wars also.
Anyways.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
but
Still
Duel
counts.
of the Fates can be not easily confused with any other song.
Oh, that's
God,
true.
Darth
yeah.
Zod would have been pretty good. Anyway,
Let's start the show.
Game
Let's
that
do a real
Williams.
show.
All right.
yeah, oh man, John Williams that tune.
New Patreon tier.
Yeah, we
Yeah, God, we're
We
getting
do a
John
John Williams review.
Mr. Williams, would you like to come on our White Boy Summer episode?
See, I was going to do a new
Boys.
podcast where we like review John Williams tunes, but getting John Williams onto the show is a much better idea.
Guys, I
Mr.
don't
Williams, I don't know about you, but I got a feeling it's going to be a White Boy Summer. I don't know if you could vibe with that.
son, I don't come on a lot of things, but I'll gladly come on your White Boy Summer show.
God, what a get. Could get Chet himself, so we got John Williams. We'll make it happen, man. We got all summer to make this happen.
All right. You guys ready for a countdown?
Super ready.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh shit!
Johnny,
After all that time, you couldn't get ready?
I did.
I even actually forewarned him in the
Yeah.
lead up to like the recording that we couldn't hear him. Like he apologized for typing
Yep.
with his soundboard on. I'm like, we didn't hear any of it, John.
Yep.
So
Yep.
he had 10 minutes to sort that out.
All right. Here we
Also,
go.
can
I'm not gonna do a
We
countdown.
didn't stop recording.
We're all still recording, right?
Yeah.
Press
Okay,
the button.
Welcome to Game That Tune!
Oh yeah, what is going on, everybody? It's Game That Tune, and we are back in the house once again. It's ya boy John Harrington here. We got John Regan with us. Say hey.
Hey.
We got David Fleming. Say hey.
Hey.
And we've got the Game That Tune champion Jesse Moore. Say hey.
Hey.
What's going on, everybody? This is going to be a fantastic episode. I'm so glad we're back. Game That Tune in the house for episode 241, fellas. And man, oh man, we got a great show coming up for you guys tonight. What we're going to do is listen to some video game tunes. We've each brought 3 songs from a game. We're going to try and guess each other's games based on the songs with a little bit of trivia. We're going to goof off. We're going to have a lot of fun. The winner at the end of the night picks a theme for the next episode, plays some bonus tunes. And our winner last week, it looked like he had some bitter beer face there. It's David Fleming. David's going to explain his theme for this week's episode.
So this week's episode's theme is a theme that we have done before. We're revisiting because every once in a while we want to shed the fun of Game That Tune and get into the dark, seedy underbelly. The theme is Hate That Tune.
Hell yeah, motherfucker. It's time. Let's get mean with it. Vicious, nasty. Talking about games we hate. It's what a perfect theme for these times we're living in, David. Thank you for taking our normally very positive show and automatically putting it in a negative light.
My man.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, Johnny, guys, we got to redo the My Man sound. We're gonna need the Snyder cut of the My Man sound pretty soon.
Oh shit, you're right.
Yeah.
The My Man sound's gonna be like 8 times as long.
Yeah.
And he's probably not gonna say my man. He's probably gonna express some fucking ennui or like I don't know, like disdain for humanity or some shit.
I don't
We're
want to.
just gonna have
I'm not
a-
going to spoil too many things, but he does still say "my man" in the Snyder cut.
No kidding.
Yeah.
like
It's going
My
to be
man.
Aquaman saying "my man," but all in black and white.
I mean, of course, and in slow mo,
Clearly,
which is a confusing thing because I mean,
And
when the
3x4.
Flash moves, everything moves in slow mo, but then a bunch of other stuff in that movie also moves in slow mo. So, like, is the Flash moving the
Oh.
whole movie?
let's save it for the inevitable Snyder cut commentary.
Tomorrow night is movie night. Could we be doing the Snyder cut as an April Fool's joke? Could we have tricked all of you into watching Aladdin Return of Jafar for movie night? And instead we're going to spend 4 hours watching the Snyder cut? It could happen.
I
God.
honestly hope the Snyder cut is not tomorrow night because I don't have the energy.
We're going to do at least 1 hour of the Snyder cut tomorrow night on movie night. But anyway, yeah, so
One random hour.
yeah, exactly. We're going to choose one of the 4 hours and watch it context free. Hopefully it's the one that contains my man. But yeah, it's going to be a hateful episode tonight. It's nice that we don't really use a whole lot of this show and our energy to focus on things we dislike. It comes up from time to time. We got bad things to say about things that, it's how it goes. But, I feel like since David announced that theme, I really was doing like a kind of a moral inventory on myself. And I'm like, I don't have a whole lot of things I like outright hate these days. So, we'll just see how it goes. Maybe we're all feeling a little less hateful these days, but maybe we can still get a good show out of it. So we got 5 hateful games. We got a fantastic fan request, and let's just get into it, man. Johnny, let's kick this thing off. What do we got for game 1?
Game 1.
Alright guys, so this version of the game has a lot of changes from the original edition, such as all horizontal springs are now upside down, and the game experiences significant lag and frame rate changes.
How can something horizontal be upside down?
Alright, who's got some answers? Okay, let's see here. So Jesse says Sonic the Hedgehog I'll give it to him. John says Sonic on Game Boy Advance, and David says Sonic the Hedgehog for blank. I'll count all of this as a win. This is Sonic the Hedgehog on the Game Boy Advance. Officially titled Sonic the Hedgehog Genesis, this is possibly the worst port of Sonic the Hedgehog that's ever been done. This is like a double hate that tune, because that music was fucking awful. Like that was the worst.
Yeah, so that
Can't wait
that
to
was-
add this to GTT radio.
that was the initial clue. It was like, okay, so this is just Sonic 1's music, but it's got that distinct Game Boy Advance hiss. Like this it's not so good.
Yeah. So
Ooh.
it's and of course I famously really don't like Sonic 1. So not only is
Right.
it Sonic 1, it's like a really bad version of Sonic 1. So it's double the hate.
Johnny, do you remember the theme of the episode on which you originally selected Sonic the Hedgehog?
I believe it was Hate That Tune.
It was Hate That Tune. You kind of double dipped on this one, Johnny.
Although I do recall, at least if I remember correctly, Sonic the Hedgehog Genesis was an improved version because they added like the spin dash, didn't they?
They did. They added, so there's two modes you can play the game in: original mode and anniversary mode. This is already kind of stupid because anniversary mode just means you can use the spin dash, right? So
What?
Like, that really could have just been, there's an option menu. So like, why couldn't that just be on the option menu? You just turn on spin
No,
dash.
you got change modes.
Nope, whole different mode.
Yep.
It's like a save feature where as you beat levels, it'll remember that you've started a level and you can restart from that level like later, which that's kind of nice. But it doesn't record if you saved any Chaos Emeralds. So
Oh,
That's kind of important.
so it remembers
Well-
that you defeated like a boss, but not if you've collected an important collectible.
well, here's the thing. You got to remember in Sonic 1, they didn't have Super Sonic. You just got a better ending when you beat the game.
Oh,
And it turns out that getting the Chaos Emeralds probably doesn't matter because this doesn't have the better ending if you get all the Chaos Emeralds. It just has the normal ending. So there's no point. There's no point in getting the Chaos Emeralds.
Oh,
I like the
Johnny.
fact that they said that we're going to incorporate elements from like Sonic 2 and Sonic 3, such as the spin dash. But if you collect all of the Chaos Emeralds, we're not gonna add Supersonic.
Nope. And then it's got a horrible case of screen crunch. Like instead of just making the sprites smaller and losing some detail and keeping more of the visible like play area, they're all like their original size, but on a Game Boy Advance screen. So you see like half of what you would normally see on like an actual TV. So, you're just
That
making
ain't
these
good.
blind jumps and hoping for the best. And then all of that would be fairly forgivable if you said like, okay, well the Game Boy Advance screen's kind of small, and okay, yeah.
That's what I did say about the Game Boy Advance screen. It's famously small.
And like, oh, the music kind of sucks, whatever. But then like the physics are all broken. And like
no.
This isn't like right-click export to Game Boy Advance. This is like they rewrote it from scratch, and it's got all these problems. Like if you jump next to a platform, like so, let's like you got like let's say you're standing next to a rock and you jump up next to the rock, you'll then suddenly just shoot forward across the top of the rock without you actually doing anything. Like you just kind of
dope.
you just move forward on your own.
Sounds great.
As you're running,
Can't lead to any problems whatsoever.
as you're running, your speed changes constantly. Like it's like a weird judder. Oh god, what else? Oh yeah, like in Sonic 1, if you jump into a slope and hold down, you're supposed to roll into a ball and roll down the slope. Not in this game. If you jump into a slope and hold down, you just stop and duck on the slope.
I mean, as you're describing all of this, I have to be honest. The speed of your character and the jumping physics, I mean, those aren't really important for a 2D platformer, right?
No, not at all important for Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, especially
at
not
all.
one as famously loosely designed as Sonic the Hedgehog. Like you don't have to do anything precision at any point in that game.
And like it's and the whole you can't see anything and your speed is crazy and the frame rate changes constantly. It constantly lags, especially like when there's more than say 2 sprites on the screen. And God forbid
Two.
God
Well, I
forbid
mean-
when you're Labyrinth Zone and underwater, then it's like Sonic already slows down just because he's
Oh
underwater.
no! Yeah,
And then it slows
God,
down
no.
when there's more sprites. So next, it's like Labyrinth Zone's like a half-hour slog. Like,
I
but then
mean,
there's problems. There's problems with like you're underwater, and when the drowning music starts playing, you're supposed to have 5 seconds, but it's also
it's lagging.
well, it's lagging, and that would be fine if the 5 seconds expanded with the lag. No, it's still like 5 real seconds.
Oh no!
So the countdown starts, and you have 5 real life seconds, but you're moving so fucking slow.
I hate this game.
Yeah, wow, John. Yeah, I really hate this game too. This is like that's fucking awful, man.
It's so bad.
I think maybe the problem is just the Game Boy Advance didn't have blast processing,
That's
so they
true.
couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
So here's the other thing that I found amazing is guess when this game came out.
I mean, I would
Like
guess that it sounds like a Game Boy Advance launch-ish title. Like, but I think I might be thinking of like, wasn't there Sonic Advance? So this is not Sonic Advance, right?
no. This is the port of Sonic the Hedgehog Genesis. It's this came out in 2006. And
Jesus, because the Game Boy Advance came out like 2001.
I
It
believe
did.
the
It'll be on
Ninten-
GTT Gems soon.
I believe
Wait.
the Nintendo DS launched in 2004.
Something like that.
Look, if you said it was 2006, and they're like, well, Sonic 2006 on Xbox was really great, so let's make this one just as great.
Yeah, this came out on
Good
the same
God.
day as Sonic 06 on Xbox.
Dude,
Apparently,
06 was just not
2006 was just
Sonic's
not
year.
Sonic's year.
No. His 15th anniversary was rough. That poor guy.
Oh man. Wow.
Sonic had a shitty quinceanera.
So this is the other Sonic 06? Like
Episode title.
God. I'm baffled, man. Like Wow.
There's
So
so much wrong.
it's almost like this got swept under the rug by the other Sonic 06. Like that one came out and was so famously bad that no one noticed that they also dropped one on Game Boy Advance 2 years after the DS launched. Like, what the fuck? Like, who was asking for this? Like,
And then and I would be it's not.
it would make sense as a 10-year anniversary release for the launch of the Game Boy Advance, but a 15-year anniversary release for the death of the Game Boy Advance.
Yeah.
Well, and it's weird
Sonic
because,
just showed up to the Game Boy Advance's funeral and chugged bad frames all over the place.
It's weird because my personal favorite Zelda game is Minish Cap on the Game Boy Advance.
Yes.
And it
Top
came
three.
out. It came out 3 or 4 months after the DS launched, and everyone was like, "Why did they put this on the Game Boy Advance? It should have been a DS title." The fact that this game came out 2 years after the DS launched, honestly, what the fuck were they thinking?
Yeah. No, Minish Cap, that's excusable. Same year, same several months. You don't have to have updated that for a new system. But no, this is insane. What fucking insane Sega developer was like, we should drop it on the Game Boy Advance.
I'll tell you what insane Sega developer said that. Sonic Team. This was developed by Sonic Team, the premier Sonic development house. Fucked up everything, the physics, the music, one of the guys that did Sonic Mania Stealth, he did his own port of Sonic 1 to Game Boy Advance about a year after this, and it's perfect. And he did that on his own, just by himself.
Wow.
Just a dude.
Wow.
Developed by Sonic Team. This is not developed by some third-party company and Sega just published it. No, Sega made this. This pile of shit.
That's the other thing. I was about to be like, just dropping a ROM on the Game Boy Advance. But no, you said they had rebuild shit and redo shit. No, Sonic Team, what the fuck, man? It's in your name. Shouldn't you have pride in what you're doing?
And it just
I honestly,
oh, go ahead.
I feel like Sonic Team is Seth MacFarlane with Family Guy, and that he's intentionally trying to make it as bad as possible so he can just quit and do other things.
But what else would Sonic Team do?
Knights? Billy Hatcher?
Exactly. They've been trying to make Knights for all these years.
No, because Yuji Naki just made Balan Wonderland, which is supposed to be a weird Knights kind of game.
Ooh,
yeah. Oh man, I can't wait to play that Wonder World. That's that sounds like my fucking kind of game, baby. Johnny, are you gonna play Balan Wonderworld?
Oh, absolutely.
Seriously, have you seen what the
No,
fuck is going
I have
on
no
with
idea
that?
what that is.
Oh, Johnny, you gotta look it up.
It's a spiritual successor to Knights, and it's just watch a playthrough of the demo.
Apparently,
it's bad.
It's got a dope soundtrack.
It plays just like a Sega Saturn game, which is perfect in 2021.
I saw somebody on Twitter. I can't give proper credit, but they said that Balan Wonderworld is like if Tim and Eric remade Super Mario 64. And I'm like, count me in, baby.
Well,
Sounds great.
Now I want to play it. Fuck.
Yeah, I'm in.
I was watching a review for it, and somebody was talking about because the game only uses one button. You just have one button to jump. But if you get a special costume that gives you an attack, the attack becomes your one button. So if you're in that costume and you're trying to get over a ledge to collect something, you can't because you no longer have a jump button.
That is some Sonic the Hedgehog Genesis kind of shit right there. That's good shit, man.
I think my favorite thing about Sonic the Hedgehog Genesis is I'm going to play a quick little bit of music here. The title screen.
We already heard it, John. It sucks.
The title. Well, you start the game, you get the Sonic Team logo. It's beautiful. And then
bing.
And then you get to the title screen. And I've never heard a single 10-second clip just set the tone so well for what you're gonna get out of this fucking game.
I'd much
John,
rather
they
hear
tried, okay?
The Master System version is probably way better.
Someone they had to do it out of the side of their mouth and then compress it for the Game Boy Advance, John. Wait, no, that sounds better. Sorry.
Well, it's because you haven't compressed it enough.
Yeah, exactly. So we're gonna release this whole episode with Game Boy Advance compression just to see how this goes.
Oh
But,
God, no!
just hiss, nothing but hiss, baby. Oh man, Johnny, excellent pick to start the show. Jesus, really. I feel like you should have closed the show now, John. I'm worried you set the bar too high with the with the worthwhile and like righteous hatred.
What I want to know is, how does the spin dash impact this game?
It's basically unusable because the screen crunch slash bad frame rate slash bad physics means you're not playing this game fast. You're taking your sweet time and being really careful. So that spin dash just doesn't work because you might, like, the physics are all wrong. They're not as wrong, they're bad. You can clip through floors like easily. Like I saw a video of somebody playing it. There's a scene where he just walked left and fell through the floor. Like he wasn't.
Of all things, I thought you were going to say you could clip through. I was not expecting you to say the floors. Oh no!
Well, it's because in Sonic the Hedgehog on Game Boy Advance, he's moving so fast. He's like the Flash. He just passes through solid objects.
That's right. Yeah, it's a dimensional phasing thing. That's what Sonic's been doing. Oh God, John. Yeah, this is great. This really set the tone for the night. We got a lot of hate to live up to here.
Oh, I'm prepared.
All right, good.
Quest 64
Game 2.
Okay, is that the end of the song? Because sometimes it's hard to tell with the soundtrack.
It's back, David.
Okay. So, if you hit your opponent into the movie sign in one of these stages enough times, the letters will spell out "Finish him." This is a reference to the Mortal Kombat series. Okay, Johnny, stop looking up the answer. Who has their guesses ready? Johnny hit that hat trick button. Everyone has the correct answer of Injustice 2.
Fascinating pick.
Yeah. What a surprise. Shocking, even, from David.
Well, you know, this game, I will get to this, but this game has kind of come up again. And that's part of why I hate this game, because it won't let me ignore it. Fuck the Injustice series. Let me start off by saying,
Wow.
I have one question. Was on the last Hate That Tune, did you use Injustice 1?
I don't know if it was the last one, but I've definitely used Injustice on a Hate That Tune theme.
It was the very first one.
Okay.
Yeah.
David, pop quiz. When did you use the first Injustice? How many episodes ago was that?
I feel like it was the first to Hate That Tune, and I'm going to take a shot in the dark. Game That Tune, episode 54.
Ooh, a little late. It was Game That Tune 37, so it's been 204 episodes.
37
Yep.
In a row?
in a row. Try not to record any more podcasts.
Unbelievable.
Hey, get back here.
So Johnny has chosen another version of the game that he chose in episode 37. David has chosen the sequel to the game that he chose in episode 37. We really should coordinate better. We could have all done just a new version of Game That Tune episode 37, except Jesse, there, because mercifully there was no follow-up to Quest 64.
No,
Quest
there's not.
64.
Unless
too.
Jesse, unless your forthcoming pick is the sequel to Quest 64.
No, fortunately not. But I
Um,
guarantee it's something.
God, guys, we could have done this. Yeah, that would have been a great fucking sequel episode. 204 episodes later, we're talking about the sequel to Quest 64, another game from the developers of Captain Novolin, and my next Simpsons game down the list that I hate.
Oh my
Like,
god,
we
Captain Novolin.
Yeah, those were the days, boys. Captain Novolin.
The diabetes game.
We busted out Captain Novolin in the first 37 episodes of this show. Anyway, history aside, David hates Injustice. And
I really
in 5
do.
years, nothing has changed.
Well, and what bothers me is because
He's been
A lot
grinding
of-
this axe for 5 fucking years, people.
Can I ask one thing quickly? Do you hate it based on like the story and the lore, or
Yes.
the fighting itself?
So it's funny that you bring that up because yes.
Okay.
Very much so.
Well, because a lot of the issue, and this is what makes me hate this game so much, is because a lot of the issues I had with the first Injustice have been solved in Injustice 2. Because one of the things that I disliked about the first Injustice game was like there was a huge emphasis on the Batman series. A lot of the fighting was kind of stiff. You like that were I really disliked the story because Superman goes rogue and we've seen that a lot.
But David, what if there were gods among us?
Yeah, I know, right?
Is this Among Us?
I love that song.
No, you're thinking of fuck, I can't think of her name, so this joke is going nowhere.
Superman's a little sus.
What if
This
gods
game-
were among us?
This game fixes a lot of stuff because the cast of this game pulls from more of the DC universe because like the first game had like Batgirl and Robin and Nightwing and like just it was like half Batman and whatnot. This game has Blue Beetle, Gorilla Grodd, fucking Swamp Thing. Like, okay,
Swamp Thing.
I know, right? It's like, okay, you're
Captain
making like a
Cold.
full DC fighting game. I'm into that. And then it added some guest characters through DLC, which I will get to later.
The best characters, right?
And I was like, fuck yeah, I want to play this game. They added microtransactions and loot boxes to a fighting game. It's like, no.
Well, every
That's-
game's done that.
Yeah.
That doesn't make it okay, though.
You're not allowed to hate it, David. Because
Nah,
everybody
no.
does it.
No, you can hate it. I'm just,
Well, and that's one of the things. It's like this game really does feel like a monkey paw wish because they made a DC fighting game where you could customize and adjust your character to fit your play style. They have guest characters. You can play as Sub-Zero and Raiden. You can play as Hellboy. You can play as the fucking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And then they said, like, hey, let's make the shittiest version of this possible. They added, like I said, loot boxes and microtransactions because every character gets armor and gear that alters them. But you have to pay additional money to that. There's a mode in this game called the Multiverse where you get to like basically do special matches against characters in order to unlock these stuff. It's really a single player mode, but you have to be online in order to access it. It's like, well then, like, what? It's infuriating because I want to love this game and I can't bring myself
It's like
to
they
do it.
made the version of the game that you wanted to play, but then additionally just added a bunch of infuriating things like, in like behind the scenes that make it less desirable to play. Yeah, transactions and DLC kind of fucking suck and can suck some of the fun out of a fighting game. Fucking having to be always online to play a single player mode, that sucks and it's annoying. Like,
Yeah.
and doesn't seem like they really did much to fix the story. Like, it seems like it's still a lot of power armor and shit. But like they added more. You can fight as a giant gorilla. I mean, like, they were trying, David. They really wanted you to buy this one.
like when you say a monkey paws wish, are you talking about Gorilla Grog, pulling one out?
I mean, not exactly because he's an ape, not a monkey.
That's
Oh.
If
Oh.
they added
Hey, the guy from the Super Friends, what's his name?
Gleek.
Gleek. So what
Oh
if
my
Gleek
god,
was
if
in this
Gleek
game?
was in this game,
And
he
I
could
would
jerk
legit
off.
buy it.
They got downloadable Gleek. Man.
And it's just
but yeah,
'cause,
no,
like,
it just
this
seems like
game
they
has-
tried to get you back on board, David. And there's a lot to like. I'm just looking at the list of characters. You can play as Black Manta. I love Black Manta.
No,
And
he's
the
cool.
game, like they keep having good ideas because they have premium skins for like costumes. Because you can obviously change different costumes for your characters, but they have skins where you can change your character. It changes like the voice and it changes some of the animations, but it doesn't change like how you play. So Captain Cold is in the game, but with a premium skin, you can play as Mr. Freeze. They have like
Ugh.
Supergirl and Power Girl. You can play as Black Lightning in place of Raiden. Like, that's a really cool idea. But then again, if you want to upgrade your character with gear, you gotta go with loot boxes.
And so it is loot boxes. It's all like gotcha shit. It's not you just pay a fee and upgrade your shit.
Well, can you
Yeah,
use
exactly.
in-game
It's all
currency?
randomized.
Oh yeah.
Can you use in-game currency?
You can use in-game currency to like level up your character, but to acquire specific gear, I don't think you can buy that. Like
Damn.
you have to randomly unlock it.
That sucks.
And again, like the story mode of this game, it carries over directly from the story of Injustice 1. So like Superman, Superman, truth, justice, in the American way. He starts off in prison and you have to like break him out of prison in order to use. Like, why is Superman in prison?
That's the question we were
No.
asking the whole time we were watching Ricky-O. Like, what the hell? What's he doing here?
I mean, he did try to kill Batman because Ronald Reagan told him to. So
Yeah, but that's in The Dark Knight Returns, which I think is technically an Elseworlds comic now.
Oh, trust me, it's the next Batman
is it
movie. Dave.
is it Injustice an Elseworld?
Well, and that's one of the things that bothers me is because the first Injustice game really pissed me off. And then, it kind of petered off and I forgot about it and I was fine. And this game came out and then it had the loot box shit and all of the game aspects. I was like, oh, that's infuriating. And I tried to forget about it. And then the DLC came out where they're like, hey, we're going to add Hellboy and the Ninja Turtles. Like, fuck. And now,
is it, real quick, Dave, is it Ron Perlman Hellboy or is it David Harbour Hellboy?
it's actually, they did a really good job with Hellboy because it's like comic accurate Hellboy. It's
Ooh.
not Ron Perlman, but he sounds like Ron Perlman. And the way that he's like shaded within the game's graphics, he looks like a Mike Mignola drawing. Like,
Sweet.
he looks incredible.
Cool.
And the DLC came out. It's like, I don't want to like this game, whatever. And like, I tried to push it off and then it kind of petered out. And then the Snyder Cut came out. And it's recent that I got mad at this game because I was on the Twitter talking about why I dislike this game or why I dislike the Snyder Cut. And I actually got somebody commenting like, oh, well, the Snyder Cut explores deep philosophical things, like Injustice. Like, no, man. Like, no.
Oh,
I
boy.
just-
That's when you just fucking like mute that conversation. Like it's just not happening. It's
I'm
it's
out.
like
Yeah.
I think I fucking mentioned something about the Snyder Cut on Twitter recently where it was like, yeah, some fucking guy says that the Snyder Cut is the best, like, it's like the best DC movie since The Dark Knight Rises. I'm like, that disqualifies your opinion. Like, that movie's not very
basically.
good. So,
what?
like, if that's your measuring stick, I don't want to have a conversation with you.
Oh no, guys! Green Lantern was pretty fucking great.
Uh-huh. Don't bring up Green Lantern.
Hey,
David,
So real talk, I've never seen Green Lantern.
we're doing it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay. Next time, so peek behind the curtains. Next time it's my choice to pick a movie. The
Yes.
theme is going to be superhero, and Green Lantern is on there. And if you want to watch me suffer, vote for Green Lantern.
Oh hell yeah!
I support that. Yeah.
Oh
David.
God, that fucking movie.
So the only thing that I will say that I'm aware of about Injustice 2, I haven't played the game. I thought about playing it because it seemed like they were going to try and really right the ship and have a lot of fun, more expansive DC comic stuff. Let me see if I can win you over with this one. David, have you seen all the characters' super moves? Do you know what the Flash's super move is in this game?
I will say the Flash has one of the greatest supers, like in all.
So good.
It's so good.
Johnny, do you have any idea what we're talking about?
He runs really fast.
That's what he does. Yeah,
I mean,
but what happens when he
technically,
runs really fast?
He breaks the sound barrier and does a sonic boom.
Even better, John. So
it's called the Speed Force.
So it's like Flash versus Batman. He spins Batman around super fast, then grabs him, runs so fast that he goes backwards through time, slams him into the Sphinx, breaks the nose off the Sphinx, runs through another time hole, slams him into a dinosaur, slams him into a goddamn T-Rex, and then runs again through another time hole and slams him into himself right before the super move started.
That's beautiful.
The Flash
It's
is so
dope.
cool.
It's one of the coolest things I've ever seen. And it almost, for me, as a non-DC fan, almost fully redeems this game. Like, it's so fucking silly. I love it.
And it,
Well, and the best part too is when he slams him into the T-Rex, the T-Rex is like eating another dinosaur and kind of looks up like, what the fuck?
Hey, what the fuck was that? You just hit me with Batman? Like, come on.
and it's
Like
free
Barry
on Game
Allen's
Pass.
done that to him a number of times.
Yeah.
Just imagine that poor T-Rex that he just keeps on getting hit with the Flash's super move every time he tries to eat something. Like,
Oh,
he just sits down to eat another dinosaur. Oh, he got hit with Bane this time. Son of a bitch.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, there's
Wait,
About
real quick, John. You said he sits down to eat another dinosaur, and for the podcast viewers, you mimed holding utensils in your hands.
Yes, John, of course.
yeah, that's how T-Rex eat
They
other
have
animals
short
with.
arms.
Yeah. Got to cut them into small pieces, John.
And that's what makes me hate this game. Like, a solid 50% of this game is so good, and 50% of it is so bad. Like, I wanted it to be 100% good, and it couldn't do it.
But David, so that's a great improvement over the first Injustice. So maybe by Injustice 3, you won't hate it?
Fingers crossed, man.
We'll see you in
Fingers
204 more episodes. Maybe you'll finally have a DC fighting game that you love. It'll still be on the Mortal Kombat fighting engine, so realistically, no, you won't. But maybe
They'll add crypto.
Okay. I would buy a copy of Injustice 3 if crypto was in the game.
But
Like, fuck yeah, you have me sold.
but turns out he's the one that killed Batman's mother and father. So
You know what? I don't care. If I can play as crypto, I'm sold.
Oh,
all right,
there's a
David, I got
character
one
named
more pitch
Crypto.
for you. Hi. How about this? Zack Snyder's Injustice 3.
Game 3.
Thank you, Johnny.
it comes right back up again. All right. So the Super NES and Genesis versions of this game are very similar. The PC version, though, is also pretty close. However, the main characters appear in their movie attire, and there's also loading screens. And the Game Boy and Game Gear versions do away with a majority of the puzzle solving. Just in time, Johnny. All right, so
All right.
so
Great.
I'm feeling
riddle me
great
this. What have you written? Oh wow. John says Adam's Family Values incorrect. David drew they're great. It's Tony the Penis Tiger. And Johnny with the correct answer, Batman Forever.
Who saw that coming?
Yeah. He must have been using the Bat computer. And,
You know, I didn't until he said, riddle me this. And then I started to get an inkling of an answer.
Oh well, yeah, that's. You should have had more than an inkling when he said that, Dave.
Yeah, the fucking Riddler is in that movie.
Yeah, he said, "Hold on, I'll flip a coin."
Yeah.
And
You all got it wrong.
Right. Holy rusted metal, guys. Let's see those answers.
God, I should have said that. Fuck.
Should have said Val Kilmer, Tommy Lee Jones, Jim Carrey, Nicole Kidman, Chris O'Donnell, Batman Forever.
Dr.
All right, let's see
Chase
those
Meridian.
answers.
And what a pursuit you must be.
God damn it.
But yeah, this fucking game, like, movie.
What's the problem with Batman Forever?
Okay, movie aside, this
So,
okay.
okay, Batman Forever, easily in the top 3 of the first 4 Batman movies.
Easily, yeah, very easily.
Yeah, no question.
Hot take.
Johnny was about to say, play that fucking hot take sound.
Yeah. I mean, I've always had a soft spot for Batman Forever, but I fully recognize that, it might not be everybody's cup of tea.
It's okay.
I, no lie, fucking love Batman Forever.
Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, me too, man.
Yeah. No, so Batman Forever came out in theaters. I saw it. I loved it. I had a great time. Batman Forever the game came out on the Super, and I remember my friend and I rented it on Super Nintendo, took it home, and it was fucking dog shit. Like,
You're lying. You can't even
game.
name that friend.
No, his name was Kerry David
Bruce
in
Wayne.
Gainesville, Florida.
His name was Joey Jojo Jr. Shabadoo.
His name was Robert Paulson.
That's the worst name I've ever heard.
Name was Edward
Joey Jojo.
Enigma.
Sorry, we had to
His
do that.
name was Guy Incognito.
Oh,
He was my
That's right.
exact double.
we didn't play the game though, because turns out we saw a dog with a puffy tail.
Yeah, no, this game sucked ass, man. Like,
Fuck.
it was so bad.
So is this like Batman Forever where you okay, is this
All right,
the
real quick.
Batman game where you have like the grappling hook and you have to like try to scale through the ceiling to the
Oh,
next
David!
level, or
Oh, David, yes. And it
Okay.
does works. And sometimes it works, but you don't know when it's going to work. If it does work, like, you might miss the jump, and then you have to do it again, and then you have to be in this just right spot. If you're just a little off, you just back up and you shoot the thing, goes straight up, and nothing happens, and you just look like an idiot.
What?
It's like you have to press B and C, and I think you have to hold up. And okay, here's another thing. In this fucking game, there's no jump button. You press up to jump, which is annoying
Ooh.
as piss in a fucking platformer.
Yep.
Yeah, I feel like what they wanted to do was, because they have this sort of like Mortal Kombat looking characters, like in terms of the digitized, actors thing. So
They brought Val Kilmer in for a bunch of mocap in a Batman suit.
yeah, so I'm convinced they took the Mortal Kombat engine where it makes sense to press up to jump in a fighting game and said like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, because to
Is this-
throw your batarang, you have to do like quarter circle punch to throw your batarang.
Is this Mortal Kombat Mythology's Batman Forever?
Yeah.
Cool.
so this is basically like the Injustice prequel.
Yeah, Justice Zero.
Oh, and you know how in a lot of games,
Injustice Year Zero, starring Batman, David.
like anytime you need to go down a level, like, in most games, like 80% of games, you just hold down and then press jump. Well, since you can't press, up and down at the same time, you have to jump. And then I'm pretty sure you have to like press down and one of the other buttons at just the right moment to go down to the next level. And if you don't, you just stay on the same level and look like an idiot. And like, this game is so poorly executed.
I mean, that makes perfect sense to me. You push up to jump because you're moving upwards. To like drop down to the next level, you push like down and throw batarang.
Yeah.
Obviously, that means like fall.
It's very bad. Like, it is one of the worst games I played. I played it again, and I got past the first level, and then it's just stupid. It's
Dude, props to you. I don't know that anyone else could get past the first level.
oh, it was infuriating.
Yeah, I didn't get past the first level.
Now, what's funny though, there's a PlayStation game. It's Batman Forever, the arcade game. Now
dope.
that game is actually kind of fun, and it's just ridiculous beat 'em up action that just is nonstop and over the top.
Yeah, that's
And
what this should be. Why is that not this?
Yeah, no, this is not that. This is just the fucking worst. And there's no seal.
It does seem weird that like Batman Returns came out on the Super Nintendo and it was an awesome beat 'em up game, and then Batman Forever came out on the Super Nintendo and it was like a very obtuse platforming game.
They were trying things. You know, it was late SNES. They had to really grab you. They were trying to work as many commands into that limited button combo as possible.
Limited button combo. The Super Nintendo had what?
Several
8 buttons?
Yeah, but this is a Sega Genesis game.
Right, David.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Also had 6 buttons sometimes.
Eventually. This did support the 6 button, but I was playing 3 button and
So wait, did 6 button add a jump button?
No.
No, of course not.
It just
It
adds
supported 6 buttons, but none of the buttons fucking did anything.
Yeah, they just were more kicks. Like the top buttons were kicks, the bottom buttons were punches.
God,
so,
man, this does sound like it was actually like a fighting game engine.
Yeah.
Platformer.
There's a training mode where you can it's just basically a one-on-one fighting mode. And
like Double Dragon Mode B?
Kind of. But like you can play as like some of like the stupid enemies like Zap Man or Cannibal or whatever the hell. Yeah,
can you play as Two-Face or the Riddler?
You know, I didn't get into that stuff.
You play as Two-Face's fucking 2 hot girlfriends?
Sugar and Spice.
Yeah. Drew Barrymore and the black chick that I can't think of the name of.
Wow.
She wasn't black, I don't think.
Okay, never mind then. Pardon me. Don't look it up.
We're all looking it up.
We're all looking it up. This is great podcast, guys.
I know her name. Debbie Mazar. That's it.
Oh, okay. See, I thought it was Vivica Fox for a second there, but no. Oh, God. Yeah. God, Two-Face, man. He could, good for him.
Yeah.
Pulling Drew Barrymore and Debbie Mazar.
Drew Barrymore was pretty famous at this point, wasn't she? Like,
yeah. And she was fucking Tommy Lee Jones in a movie.
You know what they say about 2 faces? 2 dicks.
Dicks? Okay.
No, that's why they call him Two-Face.
Yeah, he has 2 faces.
Yeah.
Oh, God, can you
Two-Face,
imagine Two-Dick, the Batman villain?
Oh, God.
That does seem super weird to me, though, that there's like a one-on-one fighting game in this game, but you play as like the henchman. Like you don't get to play as the Riddler or Two-Face. Like
maybe they're unlockable or something. I don't. This is bad. This game is bad.
God,
it's so bad. So bad.
Okay.
I hate this game.
Okay.
I don't want to interrupt this segment or like derail it or anything, but I was looking up Debbie Mazar, who played Spice in Batman Forever, and apparently for 6 years she was married to Paul Rubens.
Oh, hell yeah!
Unboiling.
Good for him.
I know you are, but what am I?
Good Lord.
Oh.
That's
I'm having sex with the lady.
Good for someone. I don't know, man. That's
he's fucking Pee-wee. That's cool.
Yeah, so good for him.
Yeah.
Anyhow, Batman Forever.
Yeah, it sucks. I hate it.
Good movie, shitty game.
So what version were we listening to?
Genesis, you couldn't
Genesis
tell?
version, quite clearly.
Who composed this? This is
oh,
awful.
you ready? You ready for this? Oh man, it gets weirder. It's Tim and Jeff Fallen.
What? What?
Oh yeah.
Did they just record like some kind of weird fucking jam band session and transcribe it to a video game? Because that's what that sounded like. I've been in bands, and that sounds like when rehearsal gets off the rails because you smoked too much pot and didn't actually rehearse. Like that's what that sounds like.
I feel like they're like, hey, we need a soundtrack, and they just like handed him one that they already recorded just for funsies.
I mean, that's what Tim and Jeff Fallon do. They don't check the notes on what they're recording for. They just give you some fucking tracks. Like that's
Johnny-
their fucking thing.
Johnny, I sincerely doubt that you have ever been to any event where you have smoked too much pot.
No, but the rest of the band does, and I just go with it and try to, blend it.
Right. Johnny was the
Okay,
guy.
cool.
He was the one trying to get them back on track. He's the
Come
guys
on,
we really
guys.
need to practice guy.
We got to do "We Are the Boys" again. Come on.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this. I don't know, man. I hate to declare a Fallen botch, but like, man, that didn't even scratch like my Fallen itch. That just fucking that soundtrack was dragging, man. That just
Those were the
Oof.
better songs.
I like the fact,
those were the highlights.
I like the fact too that when you were like, "Oh yeah, this is Batman Forever," it's like, wait, is this the game with the grapple hook? This game sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you ask if a game has a grappling hook, it should inspire you to say, yes, this game is great, not oh, this game sucks. Like, that's bad news. Poorly implemented grappling hook. Ugh. How absurd.
Also, David, I hate that you picked this theme because I couldn't pick Monster Hunter because that game is great. And has a good grappling hook.
Jesse likes to play the game that he streamed this week, David, and you prevented him because you made it a game that he a game that he hates.
I had to play fucking Batman this week.
Yeah.
Maybe
Look what you've done, David.
Maybe whoever wins this game should pick the theme of games we love.
Clog Jesse's toilet with waste, David.
What?
That's what I strive to do every week, John.
Ugh, jeez, man.
That's
Anyway,
fucked up.
fucking A, man.
I
We should
fly
watch
down
Batman
from
Forever soon, guys. We already watched Batman and Robin. We should watch Batman Forever.
Yeah.
It's a pretty fun fucking movie.
It's way better than the game.
Yeah.
I fly down from Illinois to Florida just to shit in Jesse's toilet and clog it up.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even
April
say hi.
April Fool's movie night idea. Johnny streams himself playing Batman Forever the game, and we just watch it as though it's the movie.
Oh no.
But no. We're actually going to watch a movie tomorrow night.
I remember Chris O'Donnell being much more attractive. He looks very pixelated in this.
I thought he was dead. Does anybody else remember that? Like,
Game
does
4.
does anyone remember that there was a rumor that he killed himself after that movie?
Holy crap! No, I don't remember that. Well,
No.
you said the fourth one.
Okay,
He was.
forget it. Yeah, he was early internet death hoax victim, Chris O'Donnell.
Good night, sweet prince.
Game 4.
Did it end?
Yes.
All right, cool. Just checking.
This is your game.
Yeah, sorry. I just making sure the song ended. Sometimes things just fade back up and keep playing. So modifying the game's files on the PC version of this game revealed that originally children were able to be killed in this game, with the player receiving a hefty penalty for it. How is everybody feeling?
I'm feeling pretty great, not
Real
gonna
good.
lie.
Real good.
Good. Very good. Jesse still writing. Oh, Johnny showing answers. Johnny says Metal Gear Solid 5. Jesse says BioShock. David says Kingdom Hearts.
I want to kill children in Kingdom Hearts. Holy shit.
That'd be amazing.
Guys, you know what's really funny? Johnny is correct. This is Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain.
Damn, I knew you weren't fond of it, but I didn't think you hated it. Jeez.
I mean, that's the thing, guys. I feel like
John doesn't hate it. Hit the game over sound.
Right, exactly.
Game over!
Fair enough. Game 5.
5.
Oh, shit.
Never saw that coming, did you guys?
The Phantom game.
Psych. I love this game. Oh, I got the theme all wrong. Nah, man, yeah, that's the thing. Like, I've kind of moved past like full blown hating things. There was a lot in this game that I hated, but like ultimately, my like feelings towards it were pretty kind of mixed. Which for me and the Metal Gear series means like I hated it. Like it's easily my least favorite Metal Gear Solid game.
Agreed.
Like, it's got some things that I think are cool. I don't know. It's tough. It was fun to play. The gameplay is tight. Like I love the action of it. I love the world of it. I don't love the setting. The settings both suck ass. Playing in bland ass Afghanistan or bland ass Africa. But I do like that it's just kind of a big open world, and you take missions and travel across the map that you're on and approach it differently. You can maybe come in a certain way or whatever. Like it takes the Metal Gear Solid gameplay and puts it in a slightly open world where you have multiple angles to approach things, as opposed to the previous games where it's like you're playing a fucking movie. And there's cool things about that. I like it. I'm trying to think of some other things I like before I get into the things I don't like. Let's see. I like the partner characters. Dee Dee, the diamond dog. He's dope. You get a dog that you rescue in this game. Johnny, you'll love this. Johnny, you should probably play this game just for Dee Dee. You find an abandoned pup, and you raise him, and you turn him into your, like close personal friend dog that goes with you on missions, and you can upgrade the dog throughout the course of the game with body armor.
Whoa. What is it? Oh, okay, with body armor. Okay, for a second I thought you meant you would turn in the dog and get like a new dog. It's like,
no.
You upgrade the dog from Chihuahua to Shih Tzu to Corgi to.
Mm-hmm. It's like Pokemon. You evolve that dog.
Yeah, as long as you're like moonstoning him, that's fine, But if you're turning him back into the shelter and getting a new one, oh god, no.
Yeah. Now I'm done with this one. I got a different mission.
The most important question, you can upgrade the dog, but can you pet the dog?
Of course.
Okay, good.
And there's numerous scenes where just like you're back on Mother Base and Snake is like interacting with the dog. Like, yeah, the dog is there. Yeah, and you bond with that fucking dog. That's good. But yeah, you can upgrade the dog's body armor, and also you can upgrade it with commands. You can literally like teach the dog to kill people with a knife. It's just so fun to do.
Does it just like run at people with the knife in its mouth and just kind of stab at them?
Yeah, it's great.
That's fucking dope.
That is a good thing.
Gameplay feature I like in this game. You can mark things. You're looking through your binoculars, and when you see something, you can mark it. And so you see a soldier patrolling, you mark him. Kind of like in Breath of the Wild, how you drop a waypoint. And then you can give the partner character, either Dee Dee the dog or Quiet the sniper, a command, and it's like, attack. And if it's Quiet, she just blows that guy's head off. If it's Dee Dee, it fucking puts a knife in his mouth and charges at the guy and pounces on it, cuts his neck, and that's it. Dee Dee just does your fucking dirty work for you. I love that dog.
It's just like Breath of the Wild, but instead of I want to look at that later, it's fucking end their life.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. It's pretty good.
I think you can equip him with like a taser and he'll just shock people unconscious instead.
He can stun them, and then you can extract them and make them part of your army. It's pretty awesome. I never did that. I had him. He was the assassin. If I wanted somebody for the military, military sans frontières, I fucking tranquilized them myself and extracted them. If I sent Dee Dee after your ass, you were dead.
They'll come at you with the dogs or the tasers, or the dogs with tasers in their mouths. When they bark, they shoot tasers at you.
It's just like that. I love it, man. But yeah, so Dee Dee was cool. Quiet was cool. But there was something about this game that just didn't click with me, man. And I think it has to do with it being called Metal Gear Solid 5. Like, if they had not called this Metal Gear Solid 5 and made it very clear that this was like a Peace Walker sequel, I don't think I would have nearly as many problems with this game. So here's the thing. Metal Gear Solid, you had 1, 2, 3, and 4. Series came to a pretty great close. They did a lot of wrapping things up. I got a tattoo. Everything was fantastic. And then they decide that there's going to be a 5th Metal Gear Solid game. And then it's like a flashback game to where you're doing, missions in the 80s in Afghanistan and Africa. And it's like, okay, well, fuck me. I got to play that because it's the 5th game in the series. And it's like, no, actually, it's a sequel to like Metal Gear Solid Portable Ops and Peace Walker, and all it's really doing is doing a bunch of wild ass retcons to the story. Like, man, do they do some things?
Well, this is the one that has Kiefer Sutherland as Solid Snake, right?
That is another thing that I was eventually going to get to. Yes, they finally got rid of David Hayter. Fuck David Hayter. No, I'm kidding. I love David Hayter in the Snake voice. Yeah.
I mean, on the one hand, yes, fuck David Hayter, but not in the like dismissive sense.
In what sense do you want to fuck David Hayter?
In the literal physical sense.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
David
Cool.
Hayter
Yeah.
is an attractive man.
If you want
let's
to top
go.
him.
Yeah, he wrote X-Men 2, fellas. He's great. But yeah, so they ditched David Hayter and replaced him for some reason with Kiefer Sutherland, and you think, okay, well, they're going to keep up the tradition of great Metal Gear Solid cutscenes and, you know, fantastic story. They're not. In fact, this is going to be the least that Snake has talked in the history of the series. Like, you know, all those fun codec calls you used to love doing. Nope. This time, you're just going to listen to cassette recordings of the other characters talking. So, you know, you're getting a lot of Ocelot and a lot of fucking Kaz. You ain't getting a lot of Kiefer. So, you know, they hired Kiefer Sutherland for some reason. I'm honestly not sure why. And yeah, I think that's really what it boils down to. Like, I like Metal Gear Solid as a series for the wacky fucking playable movie crazy ass story. I don't like it so much as a mission based game where you're just kind of going through missions to collect points to upgrade your gear and yada yada yada, and then having famous actors playing your main character but not speaking, and like all your like, I don't know, like the only story that comes ultimately convolutes the story of the rest of the series. Like, it's frustrating, man. It was really frustrating because, yeah, like, fun to play, but it overstayed its welcome and didn't really satisfy me on the level that a Metal Gear game does. It's tough, man. Yeah, it's tough for me to say I hate something. And if I wanted to just go like outright hate, I would have gone with Metal Gear Survive. But I fucking didn't play that, so I wanted to talk about one that I had played. And it's like, yeah, this is probably the closest I can come to saying that I hate something from something that I previously loved, again, enough to get some part of it tattooed on my body. I love the Metal Gear games. So for this to come out and be a disappointment, it's like, crap.
Didn't that happen after you tattooed Kingdom Hearts on your body?
I mean, that too, but I tattooed Kingdom Hearts a long time ago. I tattooed Kingdom Hearts before fucking even Kingdom Hearts 2. So I you know, I was way out in front of that one.
Well, I mean,
I didn't know how wacky that shit was going to get.
To be fair, it was like Kingdom Hearts 1, tattoo, Kingdom Hearts 2, 9 other games, Kingdom Hearts 3.
But yes, you know, as soon as Kingdom Hearts 2 came out, I was like, kind of jumped the gun on that Kingdom Hearts tattoo. Oops. But yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, Metal Gear Solid 5, there's stuff to like. The action, you know, the gunplay, stuff like that.
CQC.
Yeah, I love CQC. You know, but then just a lot of it, like the story is just fucking utterly bizarre. I mean, yeah, like there's parts of the story I like. So the story basically, that's the other thing. They split this game into 2 games. There was Ground Zeroes and then there was Phantom Pain. And, you know, so Ground Zeroes was just this fucking like prologue chapter where everything goes awry and it's like a direct follow to Peace Walker. I think also one of the big problems with this game is that I didn't play Peace Walker. Like that might have helped fill in some things, but I pretty much had it. Okay. Prologue starts, you're rescuing the girl from Peace Walker. Cool. You rescue her, everything's fine. You're flying away from this crazy rescue with Paz, the girl from Peace Walker. Turns out she's got a bomb implanted inside her body. You know, classic Dark Knight shit. And then, so you're Snake, and the medic is extracting the bomb. You get rid of the bomb. Everybody's happy, right? Wrong. Paz wakes up from the fucking medical procedure and says, they implanted 2 bombs in my body. And guess what happens? She blows up.
I'm saying double here.
Yeah, exactly. I'm saying double here. 4 Paz
4
bombs.
bombs.
And so, yeah, Paz explodes, blows a bunch of shrapnel into Big Boss, and then you wake up from a coma all these years later, and the game of Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain resumes. And it's it's a big crazy ass mess. Like, that's the thing. It's been what is it? It's 2021. That game came out in 2015. It's been long enough now. Like,
Shit.
can I spoil a few things that I find very odd about this game?
Yeah, do it.
Please do.
So you're escaping this hospital and you're playing as your character, Venom Snake. And he's being accompanied by some guy who's heavily bandaged, who has Kiefer Sutherland's voice, which, always struck me as a little bit odd. Like, why? I thought I was playing as Kiefer Sutherland. Why is Kiefer Sutherland talking to me here in the hospital? That's kind of odd. And then as you're escaping the hospital, shit starts burning down. And also some weirdo in a gas mask starts floating around. I'm like, wait. They're not going to try and add Psycho Mantis into this fucking game, are they? Like, and then, sure enough, later in the game, they tried to just shoehorn Psycho Mantis from Metal Gear Solid 1 into the game. Not a fan of that. Just let this shit stand on its own. But besides that, there's also this guy that's on fire. Like, literally, he's called the Man on Fire. He's a big, angry man who can shoot fire, and he's made of fire. And it's like, well, that's fucking wild and terrifying. Any guesses as to who that man is?
Is it the Fury?
Too much sense, Jesse. Way too much sense.
Is it John Cena?
I was going to say the Fury.
Nope, but it's for Metal Gear Solid 3. It's Volgan.
Wait, no, that's the lightning guy.
Yeah, now he's the fire guy.
No, but you already had a fire guy from that game.
I know! That's what's so infuriating. We killed Volgan, but no, apparently he was in a coma this whole time, and then he was brought back to life by a young Psycho Mantis, and now he's made of fire. And like,
so that would be like if Marvel Comics said like, oh yeah, we have a new Human Torch. It's Thor. Like,
right.
Wait, what?
Exactly. Like, Thor's been in a coma for 15 years in canon, and he woke up on fire. Like, no. Why? Like,
I'd watch that movie.
That'd be a wild-ass movie. But, like, I love Volgan. I love Metal Gear Solid 3, fucking full stop. It's very odd, and, like, at the time when I played, I'm like, well, that's kind of fun and wild. And then the more I think about it, I'm like, no, that's dumb. Don't bring Volgan back as a fireman. Like, come on. And the other thing, he doesn't talk. He's not Volgan. He's a fucking body made of fire, and he just shoots fire. And it's like, yeah, actually, that turns out that's Volgan. It's like, it is? What? Why?
Yeah, how did you know?
Could have just been a corpse made of fire. Didn't have to be Volgan's corpse. Could have been the Fury. But I don't know, man. And then, like, the things that I do like about the game, the moments that stick with you, the whole story is about you're starting, the Diamond Dogs, the military sans frontiers, and they're dealing with a virus outbreak, which now that I realize, talking about that in 2021 feels a little bit different than talking about in 2015. They're quarantining people for a virus outbreak. Your military starts getting depleted by a virus, some silly Kojima virus where it's a virus that latches onto your vocal cords and kills you if you speak a certain language. It's Kojima. And there's a really harrowing mission later in the game where the virus makes a return and everybody's going mad trying to escape because they don't want to deal with being quarantined again, and you as Big Boss basically have to kill everybody that has the virus. Really doesn't play great in 2021, but it's pretty harrowing goddamn mission in the game. Really cool moment. And then, the ultimate thing that's kind of cool is the crazy ass reveal that you're playing as Venom Snake. And like I said, you escaped in the early part of the game next to another guy in the hospital who has the voice of Kiefer Sutherland. You've been playing a body double of Big Boss the entire time. You're the medic that got blown up in the helicopter, implanted with Big Boss's thoughts and memories. And you have been running the Diamond Dogs and all this wild shit. Big Boss has been out there doing his own thing. It retcons the entire series to the point that in the original Metal Gear for the NES, you actually killed Venom Snake, not Big Boss. Like, they do some wild shit in this game. And it's like, oh, that's kind of cool, but really, oh God, you just convoluted everything. Like, everything ended perfectly with Metal Gear Solid 4. It was a big fucking wild, crazy mess, but like, it didn't need this. Like, just apply this awesome gameplay formula to a new game. That's what they should have done. Like, leave the story out of this, because this story is wild and crazy, too much. There's kid soldiers that, thank goodness in the final game you couldn't kill.
You never go full Kojima.
Exactly. And then that's the thing. They didn't go full Kojima because they fired his ass and you never even got the real ending to the game. Like,
I mean, the fact that you're saying like, oh, this game gets so weird and convoluted in its ending after Metal Gear Solid 4, like by Metal Gear Solid 4, everything was incredibly convoluted and confusing.
But
and then just to like go beyond that point.
Right.
Like,
that's
wait,
the thing.
what?
It's like, no, that's the thing. Metal Gear Solid, everything's crazy and wacky and convoluted, but everything kind of wrapped up in something resembling a neat package from Metal Gear Solid 4. And so then to go back and add further wrinkles to it when Kojima has, been like fired by Konami and will definitely never get to make any more like interstitial little sequels. It's like, no, this shouldn't have gotten released. This is a bad idea. This is just fucking everything up on his way out. Like, this is, oh no, that,
I would like them to release the Kojima cut of this game.
I mean, we've been calling for it for years. It came up like 2 chapters short. They were so close to making something that fit in the whole narrative, and he just couldn't finish it. Like, and then he went off and made Death Stranding. Who knows what the fuck's going on with that guy now? So, anyway, I don't know that I fully hate this game, but like, there's too much in it that is a fucking big, fucking crazy Kojima mess and a big Konami interference mess to justify like enjoying the game. I don't know, man. It's a tough one. It's a super mixed bag. It's kind of like David's game. Like, they made all this Injustice shit in a way that would be appealing to David, but added a bunch of shit that made it unappealing. This, it's like, no. I kind of wish it was just the traditional Metal Gear shit. You went too far and fucked with all the old Metal Gear shit in the process. Like, no, this shouldn't have happened. This was a bad call, guys. So, anyway, that's my thoughts on Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain. I still can't bring myself to say I hate it, but man, I don't love it. Like, it's, game over me if you have to, but I don't know that I can fully hate this.
John said he doesn't hate his game on Hate That Tune. Where's the game over sound?
Game over!
Joke's on you. That was actually a body double of the game over sound. The game over sound has not actually been deployed against me.
Joke's on you. We played the game over sound on you. It just happened to be played against a body double of John Harrington. So you're still safe.
No.
Joke's on you. This is a body double of Game That Tune called Hate That Tune. Nothing that happens here is real. It's fine.
And Kiefer Sutherland is going to do my voice for the rest of the show.
Right, so for the rest of the series of this podcast, I will have to be voiced by Kiefer Sutherland, and I will be referred to as Punished John Harrington.
No, for the rest of the show,
So
you're a pachinko machine.
No!
So does that mean that we can get... Oh shit, that's right. It's on me for trivia. So this is our request for the evening. Trivia for this game. One of the areas in this game, Blue Ridge Zone, features a name based off a real-world location, which is the Blue Ridge Mountains from the Appalachian Mountain Trail. All right, gentlemen. As you're all getting your answers ready, I want to give a special thanks to Unsaddled Zebra in our Discord channel for placing the request for this. So John Harrington says Sonic for some other shit handheld PSP maybe. We're gonna have to check with our judges. John Regan and Jesse Moore both say Sonic Chronicles Dark Brotherhood. That is the correct answer. Judges, we're gonna have to.
Damn, judge is actually quick.
We're gonna have to give a pass on John Harrington's answer. This is Sonic Chronicles: The Dark Brotherhood.
I just remembered, didn't you have a special sound for earlier, John?
Did we all get it wrong?
No, we haven't
No.
had a everybody gets it wrong thing.
Okay.
But I'll play it
That's
just
right.
because like we're at the end now.
No.
Nobody got it all wrong.
Oh yeah, so yeah, I had a sound for just in case everybody got it wrong because I figured everybody would get it wrong for my game. It was like a solid 5 game over sound, guys. Thanks for bringing that back up, Jesse.
I was like, wait, I remember something cool was gonna happen.
Not every special sound happens on the show, Jesse.
Well, it did. So
I
yes,
mean-
it does.
That does factor
Yeah.
very importantly to Sonic Chronicles: The Dark Brotherhood, because the Metal Gear Solid 5 Game Over relates very clearly to the Nintendo DS Sonic RPG.
Made by BioWare.
Wait, what?
Yes, so this is the Sonic RPG released for the Nintendo DS, made by BioWare.
No. How does it involve Metal Gear Solid 5?
Oh no,
It doesn't. That's the joke. I mean,
What?
it does
This
kind
game's
of
winner
relate.
Matthew Gregg.
Matthew the winner?
What are you doing?
What the fuck is that?
I mean, it does slightly relate just because in the Nintendo DS Sonic the Hedgehog RPG, Kiefer Sutherland voices Knuckles the Echidna. So
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, okay, so let's just do a little swip swap. Let's do a Dreamcast. Cast Metal Gear Solid 5 with Sonic characters. Who's your Snake?
Sonic
okay,
the
so
Hedgehog.
Quiet is clearly Rouge the Bat.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And see, that's the joke. So, so Metal Gear Solid 5 cast with Sonic characters, you would think Sonic is Snake. No, it's Shadow as Snake because he's actually Big Boss and he's a body double. That's the rub right there. But the real question is who's Ocelot and who is Kaz from Metal Gear Solid 5 if they're Sonic characters?
Based upon my extensive knowledge of the Sonic the Hedgehog lore and the Metal Gear Solid lore, Ocelot is Cream the Rabbit, and I'm going to guess that Kaz is a Chow.
I mean, I like the choices, but honestly, Knuckles as Ocelot makes sense because it's like a rival slash it's like a heel face turn. And I mean, Tails as Kaz just makes sense. Like mostly because I want to see Tails wearing the aviator shades and the beret and getting one of his arms blown off.
Oh man, that'd be kind of cool.
That'd be kind of dope, man. Like a really gritty Sonic make.
There was that the ABC Sonic where they had the one animal that had like a robot arm. So her arm did get blown off.
That would be Bunny Rabbit, who is partially roboticized.
Whoa.
Aren't we all?
I'm not making this up. And it's interesting that you bring up Sonic Sat AM because the SWAT bots, the robotic soldiers of Eggman's army, actually make an appearance in Sonic Chronicles.
So the person who picked this, Zebra, he
That's Zebra.
did he say why he hates this game?
So, he did not give specifics, but I will say it's not hard to find a reason to hate this game because this game's not all that good. You would think that a Sonic RPG makes a lot of sense because, there have been Mario RPGs, so taking a platform mascot and putting them into an RPG setting, yeah, sure, you could do that. But Sonic kind of screwed the pooch. The story is very basic and fundamental, and you don't necessarily need a complex story in an RPG if the battle system is fun and engaging. And this game, it's not. It's on the DS, so everything is controlled by the touchscreen, which isn't inherently bad. Legend of Zelda Spirit Tracks. I love that game, and it's based almost entirely on the touchscreen. You can make it work, but this game, it doesn't quite do that. Because it's a turn-based RPG, so all of the menu items you select by the touchscreen, which kind of makes sense. But your basic standard attack doesn't do shit damage, and it has a very, very poor accuracy. I was watching a playthrough and some guy was just selecting standard attack through every turn, and at least 50% of the time it just missed. So your
Ugh.
main source of damage is in your special attacks, which are called POW attacks. And whenever you select that, you're given like a rhythm mini game where sometimes you have to like tap in a circle 8 times before like a timer stops counting down, or a circle appears and starts moving and you have to like guide it around a curve. So they were kind of going with that, like, use the touchscreen to control your battles, but it just basically boiled down to very boring rhythm game in order to do any kind of attack.
It's not excellent.
Yeah, it really didn't play well. And as I said, the story was very, very bare bones. Because there's a group, the Dark Brotherhood, who kind of like invades Sonic's world and tries to take it over. So Sonic has to team up with all of his friends and eventually Robotnik in order to like beat them back. Like it's very, very one note. Like it's a very dull story. And like I said, an RPG with a dull story is fine if the battle system is a lot of fun. But if the battle system isn't a lot of fun, you better have a good story to make up for it. And this game like doesn't have either.
Not great.
I kind of figured that somebody would have something to add to this.
I kind of thought Johnny would be jumping in by now. Like, Johnny, they made a Sonic RPG on DS.
Yeah, that's all my favorite things. You know what I mean? Like, I love RPGs. I love how the Sonic games famously have a lot of backstory to go through. I love the Nintendo DS. I love anything that Ken Panders is involved with all those weird lawsuits against Sega after this game came out.
Well, yeah, that was the thing. Like Ken Panders, which, to be fair, that is an entire can of worms right there. Like he had a whole story with Sonic all about like an invading alien army, and he was like, "Oh, this game is too similar. I'm gonna sue them." And there was a massive litigation about this. But anytime you bring up Ken Panders, because he started a whole thing about so he started writing, I believe, the Sonic comics, where he was talking about the echidnas, and one of the echidnas was 15, but because she was an echidna, actually she was ageless, so it was okay to talk about her as like an adult character. And yeah, it became a very uncomfortable thing where he was saying like these teenage characters can absolutely have mates and have sex, and it got very awkward and dark.
My understanding is Ken Panders to Sonic Chronicles is like Brad Buxer to Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Like, Sega just refuses to touch it now, because, like, they won't make any sequels or follow-ups to this game. So, like, fuck, like, I don't want to deal with this Ken dude anymore. Just like they won't release Sonic 3 because they're like, I don't want to deal with Brad.
Well, and that was the thing, too.
Very
because,
specific reference, John.
He was, like, writing about it and, like, writing Sonic the Hedgehog and trying to get this, like, weird quasi-sexual thing about the echidnas, and then Sonic Team cut ties with him, so he started making his own like creator-owned project that was a very thinly veiled version of the Echidna tribe. Like it was obvious what he was doing. And yeah, it's Sonic Chronicles is just kind of a mess.
Sounds like it.
You would think a platforming mascot with a history like Sonic the Hedgehog getting into an RPG made by a company like BioWare is a surefire thing, but similar to Injustice, they kind of said, like, what's the worst possible version that we could make? And then they did it.
I mean, not to be, rude towards the handhelds or the DS, but that seems like that was bound to happen on the DS. I don't know. Like, it doesn't seem like you should employ a company like BioWare to make a Sonic RPG and then put it on the fucking DS. Like, what are they? I don't understand the rationale behind it. Like, you got to give those kind of resources to your Wii team and not just squander all that fucking. I don't know, man. I can't rationalize this shit at all.
I feel like they took a gamble because, like, I feel like I'm comparing this to Super Mario RPG, and I feel like when Mario RPG came out,
big mistake.
I feel like it was a gamble to hand Mario over to another company, right? Period. It doesn't matter how good that company is. To hand Mario over to another company and be like, yeah, man, we're gonna call this Mario RPG, we're gonna put it out, blah blah, and it came out great, and that gamble paid off. And I feel like that Sega was like, okay, BioWare, they make good games, and we'll see if they can do a Sonic RPG, and that gamble did not pay out.
Yeah, I was going to say, for one, it came out 12 years after Super Mario RPG, so Sonic team had already had enough time to maybe make that gamble and make it worthwhile. And maybe they should have just done it with, I don't know, Squaresoft. Like, if you want a Sonic RPG, don't wait until the DS generation. Just do it. I'm just spitballing here.
And like I said, like, there is a breeding ground for an interesting game. They just made all of the worst possible decisions they could have. Like, hey, we're going to make a unique battle system by turning it into a rhythm game. Like, what?
I mean, if you just dial that back by like one step, you've got Paper Mario. Like, instead of a rhythm game, just tap at the right time to do bonus damage. Good idea.
I got really worried you're about to say that there's a breeding game in this game. Like, oh no.
I mean, to be fair, considering
the secret breeding grounds.
Considering Ken Panders, like, I wouldn't put it past him.
No.
But yeah, this is a weird fucking game. Like, as a footnote in the Sonic history, which, to be fair, has a lot of weird games.
There are many footnotes.
This is an odd fucking game. And as a non-Sonic fan, I look at this game like, what the fuck were they thinking? So if you were a Sonic fan, I could understand how this game would just infuriate you.
Johnny, how does this game infuriate you?
Calculating computer activated.
You hear that like balloons rubbing sound? Like
Oops. Scoring complete. This game's winner is John Regan.
Oh my god.
How?
Guys, this is no bullshit. Johnny's got a perfect score tonight.
Yeah, I hit it out of the park tonight. I got every game right.
All right, show's over.
Yeah.
I mean, when we talk about what we hate, Johnny's gonna win.
I did this thing. It's called
Johnny
winning.
Victory is what we hate.
It's called.
It kind of adds up, when you really get right down to it. Like, Johnny gets all 4 games right on an episode about things that we all hate. It makes sense. I'm still not sure it makes sense, but whatever, we'll go with it. Good job, Johnny. Way to go, man. So I'm thinking you got to have a fantastic theme in mind for next week's episode, right?
Yeah, I want to tap in really quick. I got this feeling, man, that this summer, it's about to be a white boy summer. You know what I mean? Take it how you want.
No.
I'm not talking like Trump, NASCAR white. I'm talking about, me, John H, Jesse, white boy summer. You know what I mean?
Games featuring white boys.
Let me know if you can vibe with that, and get ready if you can, because I am.
Holy shit, man! What?
So did you choose a theme, or did you just say like, can we vibe with this?
I mean, what? What's the theme, John? Is the theme white boy summer?
The theme is games you can vibe to.
All right.
Yeah, games you can vibe with, games you can vibe to.
What is Oh, explain to me vibe.
Basically like a game that it's like relaxing. Like it's not necessarily relaxing, but it's a game that you just like. It's more about the feel of the game more so than necessarily the plot or the story, but just like you like the aesthetic, you like the vibe the game brings.
What about? I mean, can I just go ahead and ask? What about music as a vibe?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, music is a vibe. It's
all right. Yeah, good.
Too.
All right. Yeah, I'm into that.
Yeah, games you can vibe to.
Gotta be talking vibes. Fucking, way to get there, John. White Boy Summer. I never saw it coming from you, Johnny Hayes. Yeah. Unbelievable.
Already, I know what I'm gonna pick.
Good. I'm glad. So David's prepared for White Boy Summer.
No, I'm prepared to vibrate.
Oh no. Johnny never said the word vibrate, David. He said vibe. David.
I said games.
We're not talking...
Listen, I said games you can vibe to. So
is that short for vibrate? Like David's gonna bring a game that involves
I'm
using vibrators?
I'm not gonna clarify it either way. Okay. All I said is games you can vibe to. That's it. Yeah. Like just
all right. Yep.
Yeah.
David's gonna stick a Joy-Con in his ass, use that HD rumble.
Kids in the Sandbox, the game. It uses the Wii Plus attachment.
What?
Jesus.
Kids in the Sandbox. I feel like that's a reference that I should get.
I don't want to get it.
Yeah, just Google it.
Is that like Kids in the Hall?
No, you don't know what Kids in the Sandbox is?
Is Dave Foley in this game?
No.
Deleting all this shit. All right, everybody acts as though Johnny just did a fantastic White Boy Summer theme.
But it wasn't.
Right. Kids in the Sandbox. Okay, I got you.
I'm not looking that up.
So yeah, the theme is games you can vibe to.
Yeah, all right, man. Yeah, we're
no further clarification.
Yeah.
If you have a take on that, be prepared to explain that take or get game overed. You know what I mean? Like just if you can bring
Johnny, stop! You're digging yourself in deeper. You're now preparing to get game overed already. Come on, John.
I'm always prepared to get game over, John. You don't. That's how I live. Always YOLO. Or yoga. You only get game over once.
In your case, that's ostensibly untrue.
You only get game over all the time. Yogat. Or yo goat.
Yo goot. Okay. Anyway, yeah. Okay. So, vibing. We're gonna be vibing next week. Kind of like last week, we were grinding. Next week, we're vibing. It's gonna be a good one. I'm glad we finally got there. Good job, John. Way to go. Jesus Christ. What a game. What a show. Thank you everybody for listening. Thanks to everybody watching along live with us. We're live every Wednesday. We're on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. Search for Game That Tune. Thank you for everybody listening in podcast form. We're in your podcast device anywhere you get your podcasts, or check out GameThatTune.com. Thanks to everybody checking out Patreon.com/GameThatTune. We've got awesome exclusives going on there. Tomorrow night, as of this live recording, we're doing movie night. We're going to watch, most likely, Aladdin Return of Jafar, unless that's some elaborate April Fool's ruse. So join us for Game That Tune movie night. Keep supporting us. We do GTT gyms, and we keep the lights going at the 24/7 video game music live stream over at twitch.tv/GTT radio. We appreciate everybody supporting us. Special thanks to our absurd fans over there on Patreon: Alex Messenger, Lance Revere, Damian Beckles, Bradford Stevens, Daniel Perky, Taylor Y, Sam L, Mork, Tasty, Grammary, The Last Rican, Phoenix Tier 2121, and Unsaddled Zebra. What a fantastic group of awesome patrons we have over there at patreon.com/GameThatTune. Join up today because we like money. Thank you to
and literally no other reason.
No other reason. There's no benefits to it besides giving us money. There's no value in our movie commentaries. David, who made the request tonight? Give them an extra shout out.
The request tonight was from Unsaddled Zebra.
Yes, Patreon Absurd Fan Unsettled Zebra made that request. Thank you very much for that. You can make your requests via email, gamethattune@gmail.com. You can hit us up in our Discord server. That's the best place to make them. Or you can find us on Twitter at GameThatTune. Hit us in those DMs. Or you can find us individually on Twitter. I am there at JGangsta187. You can find David Fleming on Twitter at
DFD Fleming.
You can find Jesse Moore on Twitter at
Sega_legend.
And you can find John Regan, this week's winner, King of White Boy Summer, on Twitter at
JP Regan JR.
All right, John. You got bonus tunes, and I'm mortified to realize that just now. Johnny's playing the bonus tunes to take us home. So I'm hoping you got. I don't even want to think how you could be tying into your theme. What are you taking us home with tonight, John?
Well, we're wrapping up episode 241, and there's a great Real Big Fish song called 241. So I picked that, but then I thought, well, now that I've already
I shouldn't have picked that.
Now that I'm dipping into the Real Big Fish well, I'll just go with my favorite Real Big Fish song, Band the Tube Top. So we're going out with Band the Tube Top by Real Big Fish. Peace out, everybody.
Muted on YouTube. Peace out, everybody.
You're 17, evil and mean, comfy and cozy, nowhere seen. You can't deny the loser inside. All of your bad taste won't subside. You're out of sight, keep me up at night. Dress funny, strapless and skin tight. You're out of sight, keep me up at night. Make me crazy, wear it out of spite. Man, the tube top tonight. Magical mystery girl, TikTok, you don't stop rocking my world. You give high fives to all the guys. You let me know that I'm alive. You're out of sight, keep me up at night. Dress funny, strapless and skin tight. You're out of sight, keep me up at night. Make me crazy, wear it out of spite. Man, the tube top. There's a party that we're not invited to, but I don't care because I hate everyone in school. I'll ignore all the girls but you, and you, and you. Girl, ugly shirt. You are a fashion red alert, but I can't resist. You've never been kissed. I've never been in love like this. You're out of sight, keep me up at night. Dress funny, strapless and skin tight. You're out of sight, keep me up at night. Make me crazy, wear it out of spite. You're out of sight, keep me up at night. Dress funny, strapless and skin tight. You're out of sight, keep me up at night. Make me crazy, wear it out of spite. Man, the tube top. Man, the tube top. Man, the tube top tonight. Tonight. Oh yeah.
You know, Johnny, I gotta give it up to you, man. That was arguably the only way to end an episode about things you hate. Jesus Christ. Sonic the Hedgehog Genesis is copyright 2006, Sega Games Company Limited. Injustice 2 is copyright 2017, Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment. Batman Forever is copyright 1995, Acclaim Entertainment Incorporated. Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain is copyright 2015, Konami. Sonic Chronicles The Dark Brotherhood is copyright 2008, BioWare and Sega Games Company Limited.
Thank you.
And we're out.